Before I was in Delta Gamma, I was a typical college student. Wanted to graduate in 4 years, live the college experience, and find friends that will last a lifetime. But more importantly, I wanted to find what made me, me. Then I found Delta Gamma, and Delta Gamma became a part of me. The girls brought out someone I never knew existed. The Delta Gamma Foundation opened my eyes to a world that I didn't even know. Ruth Billow is a sister who is visually impaired herself, and she is the pure reason why we have the philanthropy that we do now, Service for Sight. Service for Sight works to aid, prevent, and educate those who are visually impaired. Through our foundation, we are allowed to work with 4 different groups: the guide dogs, military personnel, elderly, and cancer patients. Thanks to Delta Gamma, we are allowed to make a difference in the world. Over the last 2 years, our chapter has raised over $18,000 that goes directly towards the Delta Gamma Foundation and all it encompasses. Here at the University of Nevada, Reno, we host many fundraising events, but our most popular is our week-long Anchor Splash. During Anchor Splash, other sororities, fraternities, and campus organizations compete against each other. During the Mr. and Mrs. Anchor Splash, each team has one contestant that competes in the pageant. The winners will be awarded Mr. Anchor Splash and one Mrs. Anchor Splash. During the pageant, there's a question and answer portion, a swim portion, which is always the funniest, a talent portion, and a formal portion. At the end of the night, the points are tallied up and the winners are announced. Anchor Games is the last event in which teams choreograph a synchronized swim routine. This event is always the funniest because the boys get so into it, the girls make everything so perfect, and everyone laughs and the crowd really gets into it. Anchor Games concludes with swimming relay races where each team competes for the fastest times. Once the times are marked, the judges tally up the score and bring it up to the judges. Then the scores are tallied and the ultimate winner of Anchor Splash is announced. It's so much fun to hear the excitement in the people's voices because they're so eager to win the title of Anchor Splash for that year. Our foundation allows us to do good throughout the world. Delta Gamma is for hope, for strength, for life.
Oh gosh, when I truly begin to think about it, it's brought so much to me. Sisters Helping Sisters isn't just some aspect of our philanthropy. It's sisters who you don't even know across the nation, willing to help you no matter what. In 2013, fall 2013, I was about to get initiated into my sorority, and a woman that I barely knew, like when you're a freshman going in, like you know a handful of girls, but you don't know everyone yet, and that's okay. But like the fact that these women were able to create an award for my family, like that just said so much to me. That's the absolute moment where I knew that this was home. Like this was my home away from home, because they were able to give me a $1,000 grant to help me build packages for my family members in the Philippines who faced the typhoon in the Philippines. And I think that is just incredible. Like people that you barely know, like are willing to help you and your family in the time of need. And I think that's what it means to be a Delta Gamma. It means that you will be a champion in their absence. And so even though I wasn't able to be in the Philippines and to help rebuild those homes, my sisters were able to help me accomplish something along those lines. And that was create care packages that would make a difference. And my grandma's home, she recently passed away, but I know that she was so thankful for Delta Gamma. She didn't really know what a sorority was, but she knew that it was something incredible, because like girls that you barely know are able to help you. Like they're able to provide food for these people who just lost everything. Like I cannot imagine going through that. Just like one day waking up and having a bed to sleep on and having a roof over your head and all those things to be gone. Like it's just crazy how Delta Gamma has created something where you no longer have to feel alone, because you're not. And the fact that you bear these letters, you're never alone from there on out. You'll always have someone. You'll always have someone willing to help you. And that just like speaks volumes. Like Oh gosh, I'm sure if my grandma can go through recruitment and join a sorority, she would want to be a Delta Gamma, because those are just, like, I told her our motto is do good, and she couldn't agree more. And just not only her, but my entire family was so thankful that they were able to do that, because as a family, we tried to raise as much money as we could to help those unfortunate people living around our hometown in the Philippines, but we can only do so much. So $1,000 just means so much when you are able to help people who had everything and then lost it all, you know? It's incredible.